You molested me.
Dramatic.
The Gallegos is a man who has done unspeakable things to me.
Painful.
I was vulnerable. My children were vulnerable.
Testimony.
I ask them that you give him the maximum sentence you can.
Victims and parents describing this man, Richard Gallegos, as a serial predator of children. But this day could never have come if not for this young man.
How did you meet this guy?
I was very into baseball at the time.
He says it was baseball. He was 11 years old and had big dreams of making it to the majors. Coach Rick said he could make that happen.
In this program, he basically said that he takes a particular group of kids, and then in this group of kids, there's this one kid in it called the number one kid, and that number one kid he devotes everything to. The one constituent of the program was that he had to touch you and do those things to you in order for you to maintain number one. These people like Rick are extremely patient, and they know how it takes time. It can't just be like, one day you meet this kid, the next day you're sexually abusing them. It's a very slow process.
He says the abuse started after 6 months and continued for 2 years. His parents began to suspect something was wrong with Coach Rick. They pulled him off the team, but he still kept quiet.
When did you make the decision that you needed to come forward about him?
So the decision process was a very long thing. It took me a little over 8 years to finally decide that this is something that I need to do.
Since that time, he discovered that Gallegos had been stalking him online, stealing photos from social media and posting them to his own Twitter feed.
He claimed that you were his son on his social media feeds.
And that was one of those days where I wanted to actually kill him. If I had a gun in my hand, I would have, with no regard to my own life, I would have pulled the trigger on him.
Police believe Gallegos was using those images to get to new victims. When they arrested him, he was starting a youth volleyball team.
I believe there are many more victims, and I'm hoping if there are, that this can give them peace. And if they feel that they want to come forward about this, I hope it gives them courage to.